Hi again, it's Heidi with Pixel and Purpose, and today I want to try several different techniques. I've got a lot of different of these punch boards from We Are Memory Keepers. I've never used the Slimline one. I have used this pocket one, and then I'm going to use my flower one, but for something different than flowers. So I saw it on I think it's like Nene. I'll put it in the description where I saw the use of the flower one. I'm using pink papers that I got from Amazon, and I really like this pack of papers. Just had a bunch of pretty pink ones, and I did use a cutter, and that's pretty much what I used. I already had some butterflies cut out. I'm going to do maybe some stamping. I've got several different kinds of pink inks that will maybe go with it. So I got out my stamps, and I got out some of these. I may use those as well. Some of these stencils, but first I've got to learn how to use this Slimline. I want to make a card that will hold. So I've got some bookmarks that I thought would be a nice gift in a card that I made today. And then I've got these little maybe journaling cards, but they have just kind things to do on them, like compliment someone. They all have little sayings on them. So I use the little envelope or pocket punch card, this pocket one, to make this pocket. And I actually used the flower punch card to make these. I don't know which one. I'm going to make one more for the rest of my little Make Somebody's Day Better cards, little journaling cards. I made a set of these, but I had laminated them, and I thought those would be really good journaling cards. So that's what I'm going to do with those. So I think first let's make one more thing to hold these, because I don't know which one I'll put in the card for sure yet. But so I started making one and decided to wait and do it on video since I'm just learning these. But I've got it marked where this has like a little this punch came from my pocket card punch, but I have this marked out where I want it to fold. So I just have to take, let's see, I'm going to go a little bit below. That's my line. That's my fold line. So I'm just going to line it up there, and I'm going to punch it. And then I'm going to score it here. It came with a little score thing and a little bone folder, but I'm going to use my little scoring tool. You can't really see the scoring on this because I guess of the color. You can see it better there. But anyways, and then you just line it back up on this side like so. And then this may not be exactly lined up. Punch it again, and you get your first fold like this. And I am going to, I don't know, I may leave it like that. I don't know that it needs folded again. Let's see, I'm going to have to glue it down since I put that little punch in it. That's a little bit tall, isn't it? Maybe not. kind of pretty, really. I wonder if we could just score and fold that down. Let's see how that looks. It may look a little, I can fold it in. I'll score it and fold it in. I'm just going to use the scoring line here. Let's put it in so I can have it straight, but I'm not going to punch it. I'm just going to score here. And then I'll flip it around and score. From the other side. My score line. It's be hard to line up on that. There it is. Okay, that's good enough for that. It's not exactly, but we're going to fold. Let's see, I'm going to leave the little dots on the outside. Let me get this out of the way. We're going to fold this in so you won't see it. And we'll glue that down. I'm going to glue it instead of tape it so it won't pop back up. Or won't. It'll be more. And then we'll glue the edges together, and then we'll have a little pocket. Oops, I put on my envelope. That's okay. Yeah, that'll be cute. And then they'll stick up a little bit above, and you can just get them out. Anyways, I thought that was a cute idea for this flower thing. I have tried making some flowers. Let me put this out of the way for a minute. I've tried making some flowers. I am not very good at it at all. To me, it's not as easy as they make it look. And I've watched several YouTubes on it, and I'm just, I guess, not there yet. Not at the flower making stage yet. Okay, so there's that, and when that dries, we can put our cards in that one too. So I have several options to go in my Slimline card, which I like them. I just never have really never received a Slimline card. I actually don't think I've ever received. I have. I get Christmas cards some, but I already cut my insert and then some layering to go on top, and then I still don't have any sentiments that are really good, so I just made these in Word and cut it out, but I think it looks nice. So there's that. So let's try out this Slimline envelope maker. Sorry, I'm a mess today. Okay, I have the instructions here as well. I have the paper cut to the size I want. Okay, I already made the insert card. Okay, so it goes in this way. It goes in this way. And then make sure it's lined up. Let's see. And then it cuts. Let's pull that out. Okay, so there's that. And then we There's not a thing that pulls. This is going to be a little long. We scored down all the way to here. And then there should be one. Where is that? Oh, it ran across the, I'll score over to here. Sorry, that's awkward. Okay, so then I just flip it over, do the same thing this way. Okay. So, what do I do with my scoring tool? So there. So go down with this one. All right, then we do flip it over and do the same thing right on this side. Okay. I don't know, do you do all the cuts usually and then score, or do you, when you're using these, do you score it as you cut? Why does that keep rolling over on me? Okay, so then I should be able to just flip this and do one more cut. And that should be the envelope, right? Okay. There's that. And then all my scores should already be done. So, okay. Let's get this out of the way. And then you have two options of how to fold it. You can open at the top or open at the, I want to go this way, at the dots on the outside. Okay, I'm sorry, I hope I'm not mumbling. I feel like I'm talking to myself. There's that. Actually, if we do it this way, these are supposed to go inside, it looks like. Okay. All right, so we just and that made a little. Okay, so let's just glue this down and we'll have our envelope and we can start on the card and see what we want to do there. So I only have one type of craft glue, but this is my favorite, this Barely Art Precision Craft Glue. I don't have any of the glitter glue, but I've used this for just about everything, and it really seems to work good. Okay, that was not wasn't hard at all. And you can really decorate this up pretty. So let me see, moment of truth, to make sure my insert fits in the card. Okay, it does. That's nice. That's very nice. I love that. I love making your own envelopes to go with, envelope, whatever, to go with this. Okay, so pretty. I like that. I'm going to set that to the side. So now we've got this plain white card base that goes with it. I'm going to decorate this up. What I thought about stenciling under this, but you won't really see this very much. I thought about doing something to decorate this more, but we'll just go with, we might decorate the inside a little more. For this, I am going to do like a double mat. Here, I guess I will use glue. This paper doesn't show this glue through, so it does really well. And I'm not going to put like a ton on it. Just move it really lightly. If you've noticed, I'm horrible with tape, and I just can't reposition very well with tape. At least with glue, I can reposition until I'm more comfortable. I did order some of the dimensional things to try using foam more, not being such a baby when it comes to foam. And once again, I did not bring anything to square this up into the kitchen. So that's crooked. A little bit. Okay. It is a little crooked, but these are my practice cards. I probably could square it a little bit by just trimming off the mat, I suppose, but maybe we get the butterflies on and it will not be as noticeable. Put more flowers around it and stuff, you won't see it. We'll just hide it. We'll cover up the mistake. Like your kids do when they like hide food they don't want to eat or something like that. Or my children did. My daughter hated eating meat. She loved vegetables of any kind. When she would she would chew on meat forever and then hide it instead of eating it. Okay, I'm going to put these butterflies along here in different positions. I'm going to kind of lay them out first, and then I'm going to get them all on here. And then this little guy who's got 3 wings, we'll put him up at the top. Okay, let's get him up here. My crafting sweater is getting in the way. And then I hang that one a little bit over. And then this one a bit over this way. Okay, that looks good. I don't know, will it go? I think I probably need to move it a little bit so it'll go in the envelope though, right? I may have to trim that one off. I think there's a little bit of extra space in that envelope. So put that one a little less tilted. Maybe kind of straight up like that. I don't really want to put their little antenna down. I want them to kind of look a little dimensional, but is there usually problems? Like if you were to put them in an envelope, would it let's see. Are their antennas sticking up like that a problem? Put this little guy here. I feel like I need something on here besides just butterflies. I should put some flowers of some sort on it. Give it a little bit more character. It doesn't have much, does it? It's just kind of blah. I could ink. I could put some glittery stuff or ink it. Maybe let's put should I try tape? Should we do tape? Let's try some tape. I know I have some here somewhere. Oh, right here beside me. Okay, we're going to attempt tape. I need one of those fancy tape dispensers. The ones that are clicky, I like those. I'm not sure if this is like easy tear tape either. I don't think so. I just got this at Amazon. I didn't really know about the easy tear tape or the tearaway tape, whatever that I really haven't tried though either. I usually just cut it. Okay, I'm going to put one strip down the center to hold it. Okay, then I just will try to use my tool here, my Cricut tool, to take these off. So my other cards I've been giving to my daughter's mother-in-law. She's in her 80s, and she likes to take them to church. She's actually using them. I told her that was just my practice, but she wanted them anyway, so I've got those 2 shaker cards to give her as well. So if she can use them, that's fine. I don't mind. I don't think they're probably, I'm not at where I would be handing out cards, but I couldn't really say no. Okay, so there's tape, and I really think we should do some more on this, but I'm not sure what. I just don't know what to do more on that. Okay, so for the inside, now I have to decide which of the 3 things, what I'm going to do inside this. So these will now fit in here. There's 5, or they should fit in here. They do. I may have too many of them together. Let's go with a fewer number. I glued it too tight, didn't I? I did. That's okay. We can redo that. I wonder if they will fit. I don't think they'll fit in this one either. Nope. Okay, that's okay. I have a container that will hold them. I have that marked out though. I'm not sure why they won't fit in here. Obviously, they're too big, but I thought I had left enough room for them. Oh, okay. They're tight fit. Let's just not push them all the way down in there. Okay. I don't want to do that. I'm going to mess them up. Maybe try one more time with them stiffened like that. And just not push them all the way down in. Okay, it's a very tight fit. I need about 1/8 of an inch, or I need to glue them a little less, not as close to the edge, but we have other options here. So I can either put this one in, do that one, or with the full-size bookmarks, or we can do this one with the small laminated bookmarks. These bookmarks are laminated as well. Or I could put the little pocket in here. And I feel like I need a background of some sort on this too. And let's see. What have we got? I don't think I have anything cut that will fit good. May have to cut something to go in there. Or I tell you, we could, I could try out stenciling. I could do some stenciling in here. And just do like an all one color. I have pink. Let me get these out of the way. I have pinks. I could do stenciling in pinks there, and then put that in. And I guess you would leave this side blank for putting, writing a note on or something. So let's see. I'm not sure which is better to use, one of these or one of my little sponges. I am going to do a closure. If I put one of these in there, we're going to do a closure of some sort. I'm going to, oh, there's more of the Temu haul that I didn't get. I'm either going to put, I'm going to put a ribbon behind it of some sort to tie it shut. So I don't know if I'll use this. That does not really match very well any of the stuff. And this actually is a little bit dark, so I'm going to have to go with like the Sari silk for a closure. I want it to match. I was thinking about putting a little magnet on this one, but I believe I'll use this. I'm going to stamp the card, or stencil the card. So we're going to choose that one. And this Sari ribbon will go behind it. Let's see. I've not used this this brand. It just had the colors I wanted, so I got that. Yeah, I think I'll just tie a bow as a closure. I think that'll be pretty. I use this a lot in junk journaling, and I use that chiffon ribbon as well. Cut it a little long. And we'll just tie that in a bow. I am not a good bow tire. Let's fluff this ribbon out a little bit. That is really, really bunched up. I'm not sure that this is not my favorite. Sorry, ribbon. Some things I would recommend, some things I do not. These little punch boards I would certainly recommend. They're really neat and a lot of fun. This is just doubled up. I'm going to have to flatten it out a little bit. I wonder if I could use my bone folder and flatten that some. Possibly. I may have to get it, I may have to dampen it a little bit, so we may not. I don't have my presser in here. Let's see what we can do without. I don't want it to be completely flat. I don't want it to be rolled up either. Okay, that may work better. And then we'll just glue it on the back. Let me get this out of the way for a second. And then I will attempt to stencil after I get this done. I have not used that stencil before. Or these, I have used the ink sponges, but not in this application. I like to ink my edges on things. I haven't seen a lot of inking on edges of cards. Is that something that you do? I just don't see that being done for cards. That is a little better. But I want it to kind of look like romantic and kind of a puffy bow. This just does not want to lay right. Okay, I can work on that though. When we glue this down, we'll put some on the back and then I'll work on the front of the bow. It'll just get glued. I can actually do a little dollop of glue here to hold that in place. And then let that dry. Okay, I'm going to try some stenciling. I'm going to use, let's see, I've got picked raspberry, Born lipstick, Spun sugar, very light, very pretty, Tattered rose, and milled lavender. I'm going to use, I feel like this Spun sugar is the closest one, and I'm just going to use my little sponge I'm comfortable with, or more comfortable with. I'll try this other one too, but I'm used to using these. So let's do this for a minute and see how it looks. If it doesn't look good, that's all right. It's handmade. It's homemade. Okay. I've got little stuff all over this. Okay. So I want to have something up close to this edge without going over my break. Okay, okay. This is so light. It's going to be pretty either way. Thought maybe, I know that you're supposed to blot your thing off, but this stuff is so light. It would be pretty if there was just like a little darker, a little darker smear. I guess I probably need to tape this down, don't I? That would have been the easier thing. Oh yeah, that's very light. I don't have any of those little daubers to like do darker centers, but this is going to be pretty with this little blush to it, I think. I think I may put it on both sides. It's because it's so light. You could write anything or put another sentiment in there. Sentiment. These I got from Amazon. They were I think they're just an off. I don't know It's been a long time ago that I got these. I don't even know. I won't have a link to these at all. Gosh, those are pretty. That's going to be pretty. I like those just kind of hints of color. Okay, let's see how that looks. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. It's just barely there. I think I'll do it over here and try to get this other, just kind of half of it on here. Kind of, I like this top flower is pretty. I think I want to try and get that just right up there at the top and kind of down. That really looks pretty, or I think it does. Let's move that up to the kind of that center line. Okay. I did get finally some, I have some black, some of the archival ink, I can't remember what it's called, Versa Fine or something like that, that I've used with some of my other stamping, but not for cards yet, and it really is nice ink. Next, I am going to attempt, I think, of course, I've got sentiments coming, but I'm gonna try embossing. I'm gonna order the stuff for heat embossing. That may be a little bit ambitious, but if you don't try, you don't know. And this ink, this Ranger, the Tim Holtz stuff, it goes a long ways. Okay, I'm calling that good. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. That's pretty. I like that. Just kind of a hint of color in there. It gives it something. Spun sugar. That's probably my favorite. I use my granddaughter's hair rubber bands to tie my ink up. It doesn't really come open, but I'm just paranoid. I don't want it to dry out. Okay, that is really pretty. I will clean that off in just a bit. I like that. Makes up for the kind of lacking front. The inside does. Now I don't even want to put anything on that. You know it? I think that's good, but I do have these made as like a little gift. I wonder if it would be better just to not attach it to the card, just keep it in as a gift in the card. Just put it along with it. I should probably put another like words in here, a gift for you or something like that. Oh, I did have another stamp I wanted to try though too. Well, I'll do that later. It's just a little pretty stamp I was thinking of putting in here. I could probably put it up here. Okay. That's too many things at once. This is going to get too long. Okay, so I think that what I will do is just make this as a gift that doesn't get, I shouldn't have glued that down yet. I think I would just put this in the envelope instead of gluing it to the card, and maybe put more words in the card. I'm not really sure about, I haven't done a lot of research into what to put on the insides of my cards yet. I did watch one today about decorating your inside of your card, but I'm not ready for that yet, and I don't want this video to be like 2 hours while I try to figure out what I want to put in the card. So I think what I would do is just put these in as a gift, but not attach them to the card. What do you think? Let's see how these butterflies go in here. I'm curious about that. Well, they fit. I mean, they don't stick out, and it would still seal. And I feel like you really could decorate that. You could make this pretty too. You could put something else on this envelope. It is pretty. It all matches and looks good, but okay. Just let me know what you think. I will put the crafter's name that I saw using the flower punch board. And I really think that I love my Big Shot. I do. But I really think these punch boards are so fun. And they're multi-use. Obviously, you don't have to use them for just flowers or just little pockets and envelopes. But that is all I have. Sorry about my mess I've made, but there it is. Please let me know what you think. I don't really have any comments on my, there's a look at the inside again. I love that. I think I am going to do that. For me, I think on the inside of cards, I would love to get a card that had this pretty of a stenciling in it. Just kind of faint like that. But do a like, share, and subscribe. And I was going to show my bookmarks here as well. That's some paper that I did. Of course, it's AI. I used Midjourney to make them. There's no way that I could draw anything like this, and I know that's cheating. But I also like to make my own papers a lot of times because I feel like on some of the things I really wouldn't want to use somebody else's paper that they've worked very hard on to sell a lot of times. Like the papers that are manufactured by big companies that are made in bulk that you can sell, you know, make your cards with and things, that's different. But like this specialty papers made by small shop owners, I feel like I shouldn't make stuff and sell them. There went my cat. Sorry about that. Well, actually, that's my husband's cat, Harley. But anyways, yeah, this is some paper I made. So I don't know. Let me know what you think about that as well. About like using there with the cat again. I don't know what's wrong with her. She weighs about 40 pounds. She's huge, and she's trying to run. Her little stomach waddles when she runs like that. But she hears me talking to you, I'm sure, and she doesn't know why I'm sitting here talking to myself. But what do you think about that? About making things with small designers' papers and selling them? Mine, I would want you to use, like, if you liked this paper, if you liked those images, I would want you to use my paper. I think that would be a compliment. But I don't know. I really don't know about that, using other people's papers for products you sell. So anyways, okay, one more time. Look at that. That's so pretty. I would love to get a card with that. Okay, that is all I have. Thank you for watching. If you've watched, thank you. Like, share, subscribe, and I gotta put the little gift in there. And that's it. Thank you so much. Have a good day or night or whatever it is for you. And enjoy. It's almost the weekend, so enjoy the weekend. Thank you.